We had an above ground pool and a patio cover and a little patio, and we decided we wanted to upgrade, so we took down the above ground pool and took down the patio cover and started to get ready to put in our in-ground pool. They came and dug the hole, and it was pretty hard going. They hit a lot of rock. They had to have a chipping ram on the end of their digger. They would switch out between the bucket and the chipping hammer and chip up the rock and scoop it out, dump it in the big dump truck, and he hauled away load after load after load of debris that came out of the hole. And eventually, after digging for quite a while, they were able to get us a pretty good deep hole in the backyard. And they framed it all up, and they put gravel down in the bottom and made sure they framed all their edges out good. And then they got ready to start putting all of their plumbing pipes, and once they got this plumbing in where the pool area is going to be, then they started running all their pipes over to the pump that was located on the side of the house. They had to dig a trench around the side, run all of their water lines over here, and they had it back behind our AC units on the side of the house. They also had to run a little bit of electrical here for the lighting along the side, because we have 2 lights in the pool. Next, they had to tie the steel so they could do gunite, and then they started spraying gunite all around the edges, and they smooth it out and form it to the shape of the pool and the steps and the little sitting ledge. This is the guys working on it. They had to put up a bunch of tarps around so that they didn't spray that gunite all over the house and everything else. It's a bit of a messy process, but it really makes the pool take shape. The next step was tile and coping, and we had to wait quite a long time before they came and did that. Meanwhile, we got some snow and some ice, 2 different snowstorms. We had the big freeze in Texas where the power was out for a week in some places and the water was out, but eventually it warmed up and we got back to work. Alright, they started leveling things off to get ready for framing for the patio. They cleaned up, hauled off a bunch of debris. They got some boards here, and they are prepping everything to frame up and hopefully pour some concrete next week. Alright, so they started doing the footers. And then they started framing this back wall, back edge of the patio. They put in the drain pipe here. This goes out the outside of the slab. Another one here goes down the outside of the slab. There's the back corner. And they've started doing our little retaining wall back here across the back. Got all of our footers across the front here. Footers. They've got a drain pipe in here. It's going to go to the gutter so that water leaves the slab. And one more footer here. Looks like they still need to dig the one that's going to go there. There we go. Okay, another productive day. They framed up these steps. They tied steel and even put a little extra steel in the bottom of our footers. They got steel tied all the way around here. They finished our little wall on the back side. This is all tied with steel. We've got more drains sticking to the outside again. Another drain sticking to the outside. And then this is our little back wall, retaining wall, that is got some steel in it, framed up. And it comes to here, and then this is our curb that steps up, and that's going to help so we don't have any runoff from over that way washing into our pool. That's going to give us a little barricade sort of thing there. That comes all the way to the corner of the house here. And all of this has got steel tied in it. So hopefully they can get inspection and we can get the concrete poured. Okay, they came around with rebar and they drilled into the existing house slab and then tied that rebar into the slab here so that it won't drift away from the house that way. And then they came here and they put in this drain, so we're going to have a little bit of a slope that goes from the pool back this way and then from this way in here, and this drain in the middle is hopefully going to keep us from having standing water, and that goes the whole length here, plus our cover is going to be just past this, so hopefully we can control the water a little bit. They added the steps here at this end, these steps coming down this way. They added that last footer in that corner there. So hopefully tomorrow we get a inspection, and if we pass the inspection, then Thursday, 2 days from now, we should be pouring concrete for all of this. Hopefully that all goes to plan. Alright, so they're done pouring. See here, you got my shadow in there. We got steps, got this little part covered in. We got our curb here. Just gonna go all the way along there. We got this section that goes in between the existing patio and the pool. All of this will be skim coated later. You can see both sets of steps there. They look really good. And this is our little retaining back wall here that's going to give us the area in between. There's going to be flower bed. They even put us a few drain pipes so water can come out of there. And this is the back corner. Got these stubbed up here for the diving board. That's the drain, or the skimmer. There's another one right about there. And then I had to do a little bit of a slope down here, so the water slopes this way, and it's all going to come off the end this way. And that's the new part of the patio. Alright, they're pumping some concrete back here. Okay, so the concrete is pretty much dry. It's been a couple days now. That's our curb. That's what our steps look like. Not sure what's going to happen with that drain. Big steps. We went with the bigger steps to make it easier and more comfortable to walk down. This is going to be a drain that goes down the middle here. And this is the low spot here. Hopefully it doesn't look too weird when it's all over with. To drain all the water off from both directions, it should all go off that way. The diving board supports. Our drains here, here, and our little back retaining wall. Guys, they're spraying texture right now. It started kind of in this corner, on the back side. See in the daylight, sunlight. Pretty cool. They're gonna spray color on it this afternoon. This is the patio with the spray deck and the paint color on. They painted all the little drain covers, even this thing for the clean out for the skimmer on the pool. Tops of our little wall, even the outside of the wall, that painted. All the way up the sides of the house, up to where the brick is. Steps. This drain, this channel drain, got painted. This retaining wall is textured and painted. And then they caulked, or put some kind of stuff in these expansion joints. It's like caulk. Right up against the wall there. We had several setbacks during this process. Part of it was weather related, and part of it was just waiting on the labor, getting the guys to do the job. Pastor came today. Been waiting for a month for them to do this. They got it done in about 3 or 4 hours today, I think. Smoothed off all the corners, cleaned up all the crud, and the way I understand it, tomorrow they'll come and do the acid wash. I made a big old mess over here. Blue water. Looks like the pool. So let's see if they get it done tomorrow, and then we'll start putting water in. Okay, they came today and acid washed the plaster, and and cleaned it up, smoothed it out or whatever. And now we are, I guess, filling the pool. The hose in there, it's on. This will probably take a couple of days, but it's also raining. It's supposed to rain for the next couple of days, so maybe that'll help or hurt. I don't know. It might make it all dirty and nasty. But we are actually getting water into our pool. Yay.